and welcome back to my channel. Today it's a more chill video. It is about my sketchbook, but not any sketchbook. It is my printmaking sketchbook. In here it says projetos para linóleo, and then I added e outras gravuras because this is not just about linoleum, it's also about other techniques. Yeah, and I started it back in April, finished it. I started this back in April and I finished it this month. These stickers are from fruit because I like fruit stickers. So let's begin. Now, I started this sketchbook in April 2019, and I forgot to say 2019 because that's very important. I did start this sketchbook with the project for my dad's wedding invitations, and yeah, it was really fun to work on that. It was quite funny because I actually had to teach him how to print, him and my stepmom, so they could print the invitations while I was at school, because this was during my last year of school. Some thumbnails for that and some sketches, and then I proceeded on to other sketches, and this was the final drawing, and the transfer paper I used to transfer, paper sample. So when doing this, when planning for prints, please keep a paper sample with you if you are using a different paper, because usually I use Fabriano Rosa Spina, but this time I was using a different one, so I needed to keep it in mind. And yes, we printed on really dark paper because it was printed in white, and this is the final print. I know this is not signed because this was printed on leftover paper from that. Then, after working on this, I made the stamps to make their wedding present, because my mom and I wanted to give them reusable shopping bags for shopping for vegetables and fruits and bread and stuff. So I carved a few veggies. I don't really remember all of them, but I know I didn't carve all of these. It was really fun to try and simplify them for the stamps. I do know that I used the apple, pear, strawberry, cherries, eggplant. I don't know the name of this type of onion garlicky thing. I think I did broccoli as well, not sure, but I did do cabbage and carrots, so yeah, I made quite a few of them, and there are more here. And then I wanted to write bag for the bags, but in Portuguese, so o saco dos sacos. So I just carved out those letters as well, and it was actually really fun to print this on fabric. My mom made the bags, and then since they were made out of raw cotton fabric, or at least in Portuguese we call it the translation for raw fabric, basically it is not dyed cotton, and it is not bleached cotton, so as natural as possible, so that it could be used for food, and also so it could be really nice for dyeing, because we dyed it with avocado pits and peels, and we dyed it with turmeric as well, so we had different colored bags. It was really fun. It was a really fun project. I didn't record it because it was not it was a project for fun, not a project for making a video about it. I may do a video about a similar project later on, but for now it was a present for my dad, so not really something I wanted to record. Then, this is like my most recent page, and it was to figure out my next print or one of my next few prints, and I decided to use this sketch. I will not make a video about it because of the technique, but I will let you know, and it will be available on my shop once I do it. It will be during 2021. At the time I'm recording this, I'm not sure if this video is coming out on the last week of 2020 or if it is coming out on the 1st of 2021. But either way, this project will be shifted over to 2021. Now, this one you may be familiar with, even though I didn't actually record any of this. But this print is on my shop, it is available, and if you have checked my shop, then you know it is there. And it's called Boa Noite, which is Portuguese for good night. Both good night and good evening, they are both joined together for Boa Noite. And in here I was trying to figure out how I wanted to make the pattern for her comforter, I think that's how you call it, or blanket or anything. I don't know the name. I'm not sure about the name. So I did some tests with gouache to know what colors I wanted to use. And yeah, I ended up using this pattern, or this one here. Actually, I made this one and then I think I used it on this size. So it was easier to transfer and it looked better on such a tiny postcard size. Yeah, this one was fairly quick. I only used this spread for it. Now this is a project I wanted to start not this past summer, but the summer before. And I didn't actually start it. I mean, I started planning for it. I have paper samples, I have ideas and sketches and things, and I really like the way the drawing of this pigeon came out. I think pigeons are really pretty when they are healthy, and clean, kinda. But at the same time, I feel like there are a bit too many pigeons in regular cities. So yeah, this was going to be a series of prints, like different prints made based on different birds. So I'm not going to go too much in detail because I still want to make these prints, and yeah, they are still not done. I still haven't finished, fleshing out how I want to do this. I have a bunch of thumbnails, I don't really like any of them, and I really wanted to make these some really nice prints. I also have this for a different bird. I don't know the name of this in English, or at least I don't remember. But in Portuguese it is andorinha, and it is one of the most well-known birds in Portugal. Many touristy things use this bird as a symbol, kind of, for Portugal, since they are kind of a traditional thing here in terms of ceramic. In some places it is very common to have ceramic replicas of these birds hanging on the walls, especially outside in balconies and patios. So yeah, I don't really know where that came from, but I know a lot of people use it or have them hanging on their walls. The ceramic versions, not the actual birds. But yeah, I find it really interesting, and I really like these birds. And there are many sayings related to these birds. There are, many people say that when they start grouping together on the electricity lines or phone lines, it means the summer is ending. I don't know. There are many things about these birds here in Portugal. Back in March, I thought I was going to do this print, and I even polished the the plate, the zinc plate, to do this. And then quarantine came in, or lockdown started because of the COVID thing, and I just stopped. And then I started working on the plate again, and I gave up on this drawing because I didn't like it enough. And that's when I started working on this. This is the result of the lockdown, basically. I started going back to the printmaking classes, I think in September or October, and I was feeling really drained. I did have some vacations here and there, but I was really drained because of the whole COVID situation and from working at a store and all of that. And then once I took a week off, I spent it doing the figure drawing Proco course, and I was really, my mind was quite in a mess. So I decided to make a print of me just dumping everything outside of my head, or just, like as if I was being shaken and some doors opened from my mind and then everything falls off. This all sounds really odd when I say it like this. And this print, it's not just about me, but this print, I made it also as Christmas presents for my parents and for my boyfriend, but I have a few hidden things in here, so, and you can't see on this drawing, on this early sketch kind of, but I think you can see here after my value studies. In this first print, this was my first test print without the gray. It was only the lines, and then I used the pencil to try and understand how I wanted to do the value. Here I think you can see a few things that relate to my parents and to my boyfriend, if you know them, or if you know me very well, or basically if you are one of them. Hey, hola. But yeah. Then you will recognize all the things in here that are related to you. Okay, then here is the recipe for a different type of printmaking that is an alternative method to do lithography when you don't have either stones or a decent lithography press. So it is a really cool one. This was taught to me by a colleague at the classes, so I think you know this one if you have been watching my channel. But this one is from the random generated drawing, the explosion. There's that. I'm not really that happy with it. I do really like the leg hair and the plant back there, but she looks kinda strange. I don't like the face. Moving forward. These are the pages for the plant mom print, which you can see here. This print is available on my store. It does look way better on my store because these are not final prints, so yeah. Let's get them out of the way. Those were test prints, and if you know me, you know I love layering things on my sketchbooks. So yeah, the first few thumbnails and a general idea of both the pose and how I wanted the roots, and then how I wanted the plants and some notes, and how, wait, let me take the one underneath so you can see better. This, how I thought I wanted everything, and the lock on these leaves. So those were locked in, I didn't change them anymore. Oh, this is stuck here. This is the transfer paper I used to transfer the drawing onto the block, and yeah, it is quite a bit dirty. It looks better on camera than in person, because in person it looks kind of gross. So this was the first sketch I did for this piece, and this was back during October 2019, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was October 2019. I didn't do Inktober this year. I didn't really want to get involved in the controversy surrounding it, and I have zero idea how it is right now, but I don't really care. I just moved forward and kept doing other things. And yeah, this was the final drawing before transferring and before adjusting her back and her butt, I think. And her face. Her face got adjusted as well on the block itself, I think. And this, hopefully by the time this video comes out, the video regarding these pages is already out. At first I thought I wanted to do this window, but then I went with the cat and a closed window. And the last page was me trying to budget a little bit before I had a job. I was trying to budget for that bird series that I haven't done yet. Yeah, I bought the paper I think a year ago. Oops, I've been using the paper for other prints though, so it's okay, it's okay. And then I have some calculations on how to divide up the huge sheets of paper that I bought back then. This was an idea to print 2 sides of the same business card at the same time, and then I kept it here. And yeah, I forgot to put this one there. These are, so this is the transfer paper I used to transfer the Christmas prints onto the plate, and this is the one from the snail dragon that I did on this channel with you. Yeah. Funny to see him here. I didn't know it was here. So yeah, this is gonna stay here, and this one I'm going to move it to the page corresponding to it here, and I think I'm going to glue it here. From seeing this sketchbook tour, from watching it and from seeing this sketchbook, I think you know that I love junk journals and travel journals and sketchbooks and art journals and that kind of thing. Even though I have a really hard time keeping my own, I love doing this for projects because this is a very nice way to chill and, you know, decompress, let go of the stress of daily life and plan out a project. You know, it's really fun. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look into my way of planning projects and yeah, into my year. Because I did most of this in 2020. Not all of it, but most of it was during 2020. And this is a bit of a look into it. Yeah, I hope to see you soon. I'm not exactly sure what the next video is yet because I'm recording this in advance, but I want to wish you either a Merry Christmas or whatever other type of holiday you commemorate, and I want to wish you a very healthy 2021 and hopefully a happy as well. But right now I really want to wish you health more than anything else. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Happy New Year if this is released on the beginning of 2021. Yeah, bye!